calling it a love song.
Hey guys, it's Mary Jim and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be how did they feel when they hurt you. So we have 6 piles here today. This is pile number 1. It says love. Pile 2 is lipstick, wet and wild. Pile 3 says well. Pile 4 says I. Pile 5 says fast. And pile 6 says feel your glow. So these are the 6 piles. Please pick as many as you guys would like. Please watch the entire video as well. I love you so much, and let's get straight into the video. Hey guys, it's Mary Jim and I'm back with another video, and today's video is going to be how did they feel when they hurt you, because you know, maybe they don't even know if they hurt you, maybe they feel very bad about it, but basically we're going to be finding out how did they feel about it, how did they feel when it happened. So remember, this is a general reading. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. And the setup that I have is kind of still a bit new, so I'm sorry if the lighting isn't the best and like just everything looks a bit hectic. I'm still trying to figure everything out, but like, you know, in the next coming weeks and a few videos, like I'll be trying to move things around and everything. But yeah, anyway, sitting up at night, and let's get straight into the video. Okay, pile number 1, so let's get straight into your reading. How did they feel when they hurt you? Honestly, let's just get into it. Like, yeah, so you guys chose the love. Okay, let's see. So your song is If by Chance by Ruth B. I got Princess Caroline. We have the moon in air sign. Okay, we got the Judgment card that came up, right? Temperance in reverse, King of Swords that came up, right? Page of Cups upright, and the clarifier card will be the Ace of Wands upright. Wow, very interesting. Immediately, like I'm busy seeing very interesting. Let me start about the pile number 1. There were some technical difficulties, but let's just take a look at your song. Okay, so it says, I can't believe it's been all these years. I can't believe I've cried all these tears. My friends tell me I should have moved on a long time ago, but what do they know? Honestly, this, like, wow, honestly. And then also we got the moon in air sign. So it says, if you guys can read that, it says Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. I felt it until I didn't, right? So definitely your person could definitely be a moon in air sign. Like I'm getting like they could definitely be Gemini, like I'm getting Libra, Aquarius, even some like Piscean, maybe some Sag moon or like Capricorn moon. And Capricorn moons are actually surprisingly very nostalgic people. Like, yeah, Capricorn moons can be very nostalgic actually. So I get the energy that maybe your person felt like when they hurt you that they might have felt like at the moment they felt like they were doing the right thing, you know. I think with the Judgment card, they basically felt like, you know, they were in their right mind. They thought that like they were, you know, doing the right thing. They thought that by basically breaking up with you, by ending things with you, they thought that maybe either A, they'd meet someone better. Like, I know this sounds really harsh and really rude, but like you'll hear what I'm gonna say afterwards though. They just felt like, you know, they were like, yeah, you know, everything's gonna be okay, like I might meet someone better, or they just might have felt like there's someone better for them, or there's someone better for you, basically, you know. They felt like there were more options out there, and they felt like they were doing the right thing. But I think with the Temperance in reverse, they definitely realized pretty quickly after they ended things with you that things weren't all, you know, roses and everything, you know. Because I really feel like they just felt like, you know, they were right. They felt like, you know, yeah, like, you know, we're done. But I really feel like they quickly realized that basically, you know, they really miss you, and they kind of felt like, yeah, they missed you. I really feel like they miss having that comfort. They miss having that stability, especially when it came to you. Yeah, they missed the relationship after it basically ended. And even with the song where it says, I can't believe it's been all these years. I can't believe I've cried all these tears. My friends tell me I should have moved on, you know. I really feel like with the King of Swords and the Page of Cups, I feel like that has to do with their friend influence. Even the Ace of Wands, that tells me where it's like their friends told them to move on, or their family told them to move on, or someone told them to move on from you, you know. Maybe they were talking to an ex, and their ex said, oh, like, I'm gonna take you back, and they might have even left you for an ex. And I feel like at the time, like I said, they felt like they were doing the right thing by leaving you. But I really feel like after a while they just found out that like they basically made a mistake, and I think also where it is if by chance, they're basically saying like if anything happens with the Page of Cups, if something different happens, if you somehow end up single again, or if you guys both end up somehow just like on the same path, or just, you know, if you guys end up crossing paths again, they want to know like, will you guys be able to pick up where things you guys basically left off, you know. But I really feel like they just tried their best to move on. They felt like they were doing the right thing. Like, I'm just getting the energy where it's like they felt like they were doing the right thing, basically. Yeah, Page of Cups upright. Their friends might be saying they should move on from you, but they're basically secretly hoping that you guys might be able to rekindle the relationship, especially with the Ace of Wands. You know, that talks about basically a brand new opportunity. It talks about yeah, brand new opportunity. It talks about like, by chance, like, I just get the vibe where it's like they want to cross paths with you again, they want to rekindle things again, they want to start over again. But with the King of Swords upright, they definitely are in the energy still where it's like they're still very stubborn, though. I feel like they're a very stubborn person, and they don't like apologizing either. So I think they don't want to apologize to you. So if you're looking for an apology, I don't think that they will apologize to you, but I really feel like they just basically want to rekindle things, but they don't want to apologize to you, and they don't want to apologize to their friends. They don't want to apologize to anybody. King of Swords, you know. The King of Swords talks about, you know, someone that's very sure of themselves, someone that's very unemotional, like, you know, that has to do with air sign energy, and even like earth sign, fire sign, you know, like I was gonna say like Aries, Leo, Sag. They want to remain very stoic. So they know that things probably won't work out with you, but they felt like they were doing the right thing in the moment, but they realized pretty soon afterwards that they threw away something very important. A part of them hopes for like rekindling something, but they probably know that that won't happen, basically. Because you might be really mad at them. You probably won't be able to forgive them. You know, you might have given them like, you know, 4 or 5 chances or whatever, and they basically are like, there's no way you take me back. There's no way. And they're trying to remain like unbothered by that, basically. Because I can just see them trying to pursue other people basically the whole time. And it's like they don't realize that the problem is actually probably with them, you know. But they don't want to face that truth, definitely. Temperance in reverse. They don't want to face the truth. They don't want to face the music. They want to rekindle something, but they don't want to see you again because they're worried that like they might say something that they regret. Princess Caroline, that came up, right? They get very emotional when it comes to you. But I get the vibe where it's like they want to pursue someone else. But they know they definitely have regrets when it comes to you. They have regrets. They want to admit it to themselves, or even probably to their friends. I think the only person that they'll actually be honest with is maybe you. But they're saying like, in order for them to be honest with you, it might need, you know, they might need to be drunk or something. Again, I'm not trying to condone drinking, okay? But I feel like they just basically want to be honest with you, but they know that they can't do it. They want what they can't have, period. And that is Moon in Libra. I mean, yeah, Moon in Libra, Moon in Gemini, Moon in Aquarius. Wanting what you can't have. And that's how they see you. They see you as something that they can't have, basically. They feel like it's very set in stone as well, you know. This person could have remarried after you as well, or like just they could be in another relationship with you, with someone else, I mean. But yeah, they do have regrets when it comes to you. And they do want to rekindle something, but they just feel like it would have to happen under like very precise circumstances, I guess you could say, where it's like either you guys have to manifest this, or you guys would have to be like alone in a room together with this alcohol, where you guys can just be honest and speak to each other, where there's no outside interferences, where there's no children involved, no spouse involved, no nothing. They're saying like it needs to be like that type of environment where they can actually talk to you. But I feel like that kind of seems like that's probably out of the question. Like that probably won't happen, you know. So they're basically saying like they're trying to keep busy, they're trying to just move on, but they have regrets when it comes to you, definitely. And I think that they're gonna definitely be thinking about you for a while. And like a side note is, I feel like they might have, this might be a bit funny actually, I think they might have maybe said your name while they were with their current partner by accident. Like I can see them, like, you know, getting down and dirty with their spouse or their partner and then saying your name by accident, and their partner being like, what the F did you just say to me? That's not my name, the F, you know, like I can see that happening. So that was kind of funny, but like not really funny, I'm very sorry. But yeah, so that's what I got for pile number 1, and let's get into the next one. Hey pile 2, so this video is going to be how did they feel when they hurt you. Let's just get straight into it. Okay, so pile number 2, your song is That Way by Tate McRae. Oh my word, I can already tell this is going to be a very emotional reading, isn't it? So we have Only Mine upright, we have Virgo and Virgo. Oh yes, I already like it. So we have the Lovers card, okay? We have the Page of Pentacles upright, the Sun card in reverse. Wow. 9 of Cups upright, and then also the 5 of Swords that came upright. Oh my word. Very intense energy, pile number 1. Let's just take a look at your song first. So That Way by Tate McRae. Okay, let's see. Maybe you guys can pause and read it as well if you guys would like. But yeah, so it says, around me in circles like you always do. Mess with me on purpose so I'll hang on to you. We say we're friends, but friends don't look at friends that way. And there's no way that I'll end up being with you. Wow. So, how did they feel when they hurt you? Let me first show you these cards though. I feel like you guys should like look at them more clearly. So it says Only Mine and then Virgo plus Virgo. So you guys could definitely be Virgos, and they feel like you're basically only theirs. Like there's only one way to look at the situation basically, you know. I feel like, you know, when they say there's always 2 sides to every story. Oh wait, no, there's 3 sides. It's you, the person, and then the truth basically, you know. And I really feel like this person feels like there's only one way to look at the situation. Like there's no black and white when it comes to the situation, definitely. There's only one way to look at it. But I feel like with the Lovers card, they thought that, you know, that's such an amazing card to get. I really feel like they kind of felt like when they hurt you that they know that they were the ones in the wrong basically, you know. With the 5 of Swords, that as you can see, like this person over here, like this person took this person's swords. Both of these people are upset, they're both like sad. And then you see this person just being like, they don't even have any remorse basically. So I feel like this person though, but I think that the Lovers card definitely is clarified by the 5 of Swords, because this is the overall clarifier card. So I really feel like they basically know that they were the ones that hurt you, especially if they have like a Venus in Virgo or a Mercury in Virgo, because I think that they could definitely have a Mercury in Virgo. They've definitely thought it out. They've like, you know, done the ins, the out, like just like thought it about it a lot, and they realize that they were the ones in the wrong, and they feel like they basically lied to you, they deceived you, and that they really hurt your feelings, and they honestly felt awful about it. I really feel like they've just felt super awful, especially if they are like an earth sign with the Page of Pentacles. I think they did a lot of like, you know, self-hating and everything, especially with the Moon card in reverse, you know, the Moon card, I mean the Sun card in reverse, which is basically the Moon card. So that talks about hidden feelings. They feel like they were super honest with you, like, you know, like, yeah, they just felt like they were super honest with you all the time, and then they chose for some reason to just do something that would hurt you. And I feel like they did this to hurt you as well, you know, like they didn't want to break up with you. I think they just did it because they wanted to get back at you for something. Maybe you pulled a prank on them, maybe you stopped paying attention to them, but they basically wanted to get back at you, but they didn't think it would escalate to like this way basically. Yeah, because I think they really do care about you, truly, especially with the Lovers card. This could definitely be your twin flame. You guys could be in separation, basically, but yeah, they just felt like they wanted to get back at you about something, but they didn't expect it to escalate like this. They felt like, yeah, they didn't think anything bad would happen when, like, they did this, because, you know, they could have hurt you, but like hurting you doesn't mean like they broke up with you or like they did anything big like that. They might have just walked away, or they might have just said something rude to you, or they ghosted you or something, but they didn't think it was that big of a deal basically, you know. I feel like they weren't really taking your feelings into consideration. They were just thinking about how they would feel. Like You know, they say like stuff about revenge and everything, and I really feel like they just felt like, oh, like it would feel good. Basically, they thought that like it would feel nice, but I feel like they actually just felt like, wow, like actually that didn't feel as good as I thought it would. Basically, you know, they might have thought that they wouldn't get gratification out of it with the Nine of Cups, because Nine of Cups talks about basically an ideal situation, that talks about being complacent. Like you can see this person, like they have all their cups, they're like chilling, they're like, you know, I got everything I need, I got love, I got this, I got this, I got you by my side, period, I'm happy. Like that's their energy. They're saying that they don't feel like they did anything like that bad, basically, you know. They're saying like, I know I hurt you and everything, but like I didn't mean it like that, you know. And yeah, especially if they are Virgo, because the thing about Virgos is I feel like Virgos are such intense lovers, and the thing is like, I can make a whole video about Virgos, honestly. But this person just basically feels like yeah, they feel like their love for you is just very intense, and yeah, they feel like it's very, very intense. Page of Pentacles, they did not expect it to like I said, turn out like this. I really feel like they still consider you guys to be like dating or together, or like they still consider you guys to be very close and connected, basically. Yeah, they might have even like rejected you, or like said you guys are only friends or something, and in their mind that means that you guys can still hang out, you know. It's kind of like friends with benefits or whatever, or maybe they just feel like they know that they hurt you. They realize that, like, they do realize what they did, but at the same time they feel like they didn't hurt you that much. They feel like they didn't do it like to that extent, you know, to, especially if you feel very hurt by their actions, they feel like they didn't mean it like that, you know. Yeah, they didn't mean it like that, basically. Because you could feel like you're not with them, you know. You could feel like, you know, they deceived you, you're not going to talk to them ever again. You could just be very mad at them, or you don't even want to talk to them. And then in their mind they're like, oh, but like I thought that we were just like joking, or I thought that like we were still together, or I'm under the impression that like we can still work this out, basically. They're also under the impression that they're still with you, that you guys are on the same page, Virgo and Virgo, only mine, you know. They're thinking that you still like them, that you still have feelings for them. That's how they feel. They know you still have feelings for them. They have feelings for you as well. So they don't think that they messed up that bad, because you guys still have feelings for each other, basically. But that should be no measurement of like anything, you know. It's like they shouldn't be testing your feelings like that, you know. But I feel like they just wanted to, you know, get back at you for something, even if it was something very small. Because this person could definitely be very immature, you know. Page of Pentacles, that talks about being a student, being young as well. And the Lovers card, like the Lovers card reminds me of like Romeo and Juliet, you know, very young energy. Yeah, very young. So maybe it's saying you guys should go to therapy, maybe, or just talk this out with like someone that you know is very knowledgeable, or like even it's talking about like having a third person have an opinion on this. Maybe you guys had a huge argument, and it's saying, yeah, get a third opinion. Yeah, guys, Virgos, what can I say? Like I get the vibe. It's saying you should like ask a close friend, or like no, but someone that's going to be unbiased. Like ask someone else, how do they feel about this. It's saying talk through the argument, because you guys are both on different pages or something. But yeah, that's what I got for pile number 2, and let's get into the next one. Hey pile 3, so today's video is going to be on how did they feel when they hurt you. Let's get straight into the video. So pile number 3, it says, wow. Okay, so your song is Love by Kevin Raps. Okay, so we have Feels the Same, we have Gemini and Cancer, we have the Six of Cups that came upright. Okay, we have the Hermit card upright. Wow, okay, so definitely a Scorpionic energy, and we've got a lot of cups, so definitely there could be a water sign. King of Wands that came upright. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and then also the clarifier card is the Two of Wands in reverse. Okay, so that talks about communication again. It talks about basically reaching out to someone after being in the Hermit for so long. Wow. But let's first take a look at your song. So if you guys want to read it on your own, you guys can read this. So here's the first page, so there's the back. So it says, it don't mean that I'm in love, because I still want to lay around with you all day. I still want to make sure you're okay. It's a lot of things running through my mind. It's a lot of things running through my mind that I don't say. Okay, but yeah. So pile number 3, how did they feel when they hurt you, okay? It's weird with the 6 of Cups and then the feels the same card. So this is the feels the same, if you guys want to look at it. And then here's the Gemini and the Cancer card. So you guys could definitely be Gemini or Cancer, an air sign or a water sign. Maybe you have a water moon, they have a air sign, or vice versa. You guys both have the same moon signs or something. But yeah, let me show you the cards actually, because I feel like I didn't do that. But I feel like you guys can already see it though. But let me just do it anyways. And then the clarifier card, the 2 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, let's just get into it. I really feel like where it says the 6 of Cups and it feels the same, and then the first line in the song says, it don't mean that I'm in love, because I still want to lay around with you all day. This reminds me of basically nostalgic feelings. Basically, they felt very nostalgic when they hurt you. I feel like it's weird, but you guys could definitely be very, very, very spiritual. And I get the vibe where it's like when they hurt you, they basically felt like, it's weird, but it's like they kind of had a vision of like the first time that they met you, basically. You know, I think it took them back, basically. You know, when you have an argument with your best friend, because even this could be your best friend, you know, this could be someone that you're not romantically involved with. It could just be a best friend, it could be a family member, it could be something like that. But if it is your partner, they just felt a very nostalgic vibe where it's like it reminded them of when they had their first fight with their friend. And I'm sure we all remember the first fight we had with our friends or something, you know, the first breakup we had, the first real breakup, like, you know, with a friend. When it sucks and you feel awful, and you like lock yourself in your room, you don't talk to people, or when you do talk to people, you're rude and you're just mean, you shut people out, basically. You don't open up to people, you act out, and it's just like all that energy, basically, you know. You guys even could be teenagers as well, definitely. With the 5 of Pentacles and the King of Wands, like that tells me where it's like a rebellious teenager. So they felt very nostalgic when they hurt you. They felt like not wanting to talk to anyone, and if they did talk to people, they wanted to basically just shut everyone out, you know. They would say mean things to people around them, and they would just be rude to people. I feel like that's how they felt. They wanted to make sure that you were okay, but at the same time, I feel like, yeah, they just, it's more about, yeah, they just felt like not talking to anyone, especially with the Hermit card. They felt like not talking to anyone. They felt like just acting out. They felt like doing something crazy. They felt like maybe shaving their head. They felt like moving to a new country. They felt like dropping out of school. They felt like doing something crazy. They felt like doing something out of the ordinary, something that was just unexpected, basically. They felt like doing something like that. They wanted to change. And then it says, it's a lot of things running through my mind. They were thinking a lot, especially with the 2 of Wands in reverse. You know, like this person looks like they're thinking a lot. They were basically making a game plan, or like, okay, so we're not together anymore, what must I do now, basically. Yeah, because I get the energy where it's like, this reminds me, like this whole entire spread reminds me of like, just like if you have a fight with your best friend, it's like, but it's like when you're very young though, it's like when you can't really explain your feelings that well. You know, you ignore them when you see them, or you're very rude, you're very passive aggressive. Yeah, like it's that energy, basically. So yeah, they were trying to make a game plan of what should they do when they see you again, what should they say to you. They might have even like rehearsed their lines when it came to you. But yeah, a lot of passive aggressive energy, definitely pile number 3. And you know, I feel like they really did like act out as well. You know, they might have definitely said things to you that they regret, because I think that they did it and they knew what they were saying. But like, yeah, they knew what they were saying, definitely. With the King of Wands, you know, this person is very assertive. And the thing about fire signs that I do like a lot, especially if this person is like an Aries sun, maybe Pisces moon, Pisces Venus, Pisces everything, it's kind of like they say things in the moment and they know the repercussions of it, they know what they're saying, but they still say it. But then at the end of the day, if they do apologize, because you do get, actually, yeah, fire signs are surprisingly sometimes actually really good at apologies, but they could also be really, 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 really bad at apologies. So they kind of felt like they could just put a band-aid over this, basically. You know, they felt like, okay, they're just gonna hurt you and then come back, you know, like 3 months later. Two of Wands in reverse. You know, they feel like they could just hurt you and then come back like nothing happened, like you would just go back into their arms. Five of Pentacles in reverse. You can see this person basically following them, going wherever they want to go. Like, I'm definitely going to link down a video. It's about, like, what's it with Compop and Orchard. Like, I'm linking that video down, period. Like, just watch the video because ooh, I'm sorry, I dropped your card. It's like the whole new setup and everything. But I was trying to say is, you can see this person, like, they're busy following this person basically, like, wherever they're going. They don't even know where this person is going, but they're following them anyway. And like, this came in reverse. So they felt like you would just basically go back to them. You know, they felt like they could say whatever they could, whatever you wanted or whatever they wanted, and like nothing bad would basically happen to them. Or if something bad happened, it would just be like you guys wouldn't talk to each other for like maybe a few months, and then you guys would basically talk again. Six of Cups, you know, the immature energy where it's like, so like I said, especially if it is a friendship breakup where it's kind of like, say like if you have a fight with your best friend, how do you guys usually make up? You know, I'm sure it's just like a text message, or you just like, you can't stay mad at them, you know. It's like that energy where it's like, it's your best friend, how can you stay mad at your best friend? Maybe you do a nice gesture, maybe you buy them flowers or something. They felt like it could all be fixed just by a text message or by them saying sorry, even if they gave a half-ass apology, even if they gave a sincere apology. Either way, they felt like they could do whatever and like they could just come back basically. And then with the feels the same, they felt like you would still go back to them basically. They felt like you would still, yeah, be with them again. So yeah, that's what I'm busy getting, Paladin with you. I'm trying to see, am I getting anything else? But yeah, I just feel like they didn't think that, like, they just felt like they could go back to you again. They didn't, yeah, they felt like they could just go back to you again. So it didn't really matter if they hurt you or not. They felt like they could just go back to you. But yeah, this person definitely could have like a very like huge temper though, like a huge temper. Like, let me know if they're like a fire sun, like maybe an Aries sun or a Leo sun, then Aquarius moon. Definitely let me know if they are. But yeah, they wanted to, like, you know, lock themselves away, not talk to people, be very dismissive, and yeah, be very rude basically. And like, you know, like, especially like they hurt you, right? I feel like after they hurt you, they hurt like a bunch of other people, period. Like, they hurt so much other people after they hurt you. So if it makes you feel better, you weren't the only one that got hurt in this relationship or connection. But I'm sure that's not what makes you feel better. But definitely, like, let me know if you like a personal reading, and like comment more down below about your connection because it's very interesting. So yeah, let's get into pile number 4. Hey, pile number 4. So today's video is going to be, how did they feel when they hurt you? Let's just get straight into the video, okay? So you guys chose the I. As for your song, it's Valentine by Kalani. Okay, so we have speaking up actually with an N, not a G. We got Capricorn and Aquarius, very interesting dynamic duo. We have the Queen of Pentacles that came in reverse, okay? We have the Queen of Wands, so already 2 major arcana cards. Ace of Pentacles, okay, strong energy. The Emperor, oh yes, strong energy. Clarified by the 2 of Cups that came up, right? Wow, very interesting, honestly. Let's first take a look at your song. So here's your song. You guys can read it if you guys would like. This is my handwriting. Not very good, I'm very sorry, but yeah. So it says, torn between crying for help and not letting them see me sweat. I won't get over it easy. I took a risk loving loudly. I can heal on my own. Damn. So pile number 4, how did they feel when they hurt you, okay? I get the energy where it's kind of like they probably remember the day pretty vividly. Yeah, I think they remember the day very vividly because it says Valentine's Day. I think that, yeah, it was probably a very memorable day. Maybe it happened like close to your birthday, or it happened close to a very significant day, or they just remember the day very vividly. So yeah, with the Queen of Pentacles that came in reverse, this talks about basically going out of your way to try to reconcile with someone. So I think that pile number 4, after they hurt you, they felt like they wanted to reconcile with you with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because if you look at this Queen of Pentacles, they're busy, like, you know, looking at their pentacles, but they don't look like they're very happy, you know. yeah, they don't look like they're very happy, and it came in reverse though. So that tells me where it's like they were happy to like basically you know, take the blame and be like, oh, like that was my bad, I'm sorry, let's make up. You know, they were happy to come and just be like, okay, I'm sorry, let's just like patch things up basically. You know, they were happy to come forward to you and try to start the conversation basically, you know. Maybe not apologize, but I think they were happy to come forward and like I said, reach out to you. They were happy to do that basically, you know. You know, like they were basically saying that they wouldn't mind being the bigger person, like inverted quotation marks, but that they saying like they wouldn't mind being the bigger person, or they felt like they were being the bigger person in the connection, you know. They might have felt like you were still holding on to them, and they were basically saying like, listen, yeah, like if I have to be the bigger person, if I have to be the one that has to end this, if I have to be the one to do this, then I'll take the lead. The Emperor card, you know, they're saying I'll take the lead basically, you know, I'll take the blame, I'll take this, like, you know, leave all onus on me, it's fine. But like this has to happen basically, you know, especially with the Two of Cups being the clarifier card. You know, maybe this was like a very unanimous thing, or maybe you ended things with them, but it hurt either way, you know, like you guys both knew you guys had to end things, but it still hurt basically, because it says torn between crying for help and not letting them see me sweat. So it's like you guys both were hurt by this connection. You guys both, I feel like you might have hurt them more though. But yeah, I think you might have hurt this person more, but I get the energy where it's kind of like they were fine taking the onus and taking responsibility when they hurt you. You know, maybe you guys lived together and like there was like a custody agreement or something, and they were saying like you can like come fetch your clothes or whatever. They were trying to basically remain very like unemotional, you know. They were trying to be like, you know what, someone has to be, I guess, like the strong one in the relationship, you know, quote unquote, or someone has to take the initiative, someone has to take the lead, someone has to basically initiate this, someone has to have the productive conversation. They're saying that they were gonna be okay doing that basically. Yeah, Queen of Wands, they came up, right? They were trying to be very like unemotional. They weren't trying to let you see how they actually feel. Yeah, I feel like they were really hiding their feelings from you. Okay, but like deep down, how are they feeling? They felt like what they were doing was for the best, I think, Power number 4. They felt like, yeah, they felt like it was for the best, because they might have felt like you deserve better, or like you were gonna be with someone else that loved you more, basically, you know. You know, you guys could have ended the connection because they were very, very jealous. Yeah. It says, I won't get over it easy. Two of Cups, they didn't get over you completely. Definitely found before, they didn't get over you completely. And the thing is, I feel like they only broke up with you, or you ended things with them, but you guys ended things mutually amicably. I can't even speak English, like, you know, you guys mutually ended it basically. And they're saying like they didn't get over you, but the thing is, I feel like they just felt very jealous afterwards, you know. They were jealous of who else got to date you afterwards. They were jealous that you got to spend a Valentine's Day not with them, you know. They were jealous about so many things, and I feel like they were jealous leading up to the breakup, or leading up to when they hurt you, and even afterwards basically, you know. I feel like they were just a very jealous, controlling person. Yeah, I took a risk loving you loudly. The Two of Cups upright, you know. I feel like you really deeply, truly cared about this person. I mean, you were hurt by the actions, definitely. Who wouldn't be? And then it says, I can heal on my own. They felt like you would be okay after the breakup. Like, you know, in a relationship, you can kind of tell sometimes, like, I'm not trying to be stereotypical or anything, but you can kind of tell sometimes who's the more emotional one. That has nothing to do with anything. Just like you can tell who's more emotional in the relationship. You can tell who's committed more in a relationship. And they kind of felt like maybe they were more committed. I mean, even if they were more committed, they just felt like even though you were more committed, like they felt like you would still be okay even if after you guys broke up, basically. You know, they felt like you could still be okay. And that's why they tried to basically copy you in a way. They tried to copy you in everything, you know. They could have tried to, you know, take away your friends from you, or they were just trying to feed you lies, trying to make you feel bad. And yeah, they felt very like selfish after the breakup, or like even if you guys didn't break up, even if they just hurt you, they felt like you could heal by yourself. But they were saying like, what makes you so different? Like, they were just so confused by you and your energy, you know. Maybe they always tried to get on your nerves. They always tried to, you know, just like push you to the limit, and you just never gave in. You just never you never lost your cool Emperor card, you know. You had to remain like, okay, like, I'm in a relationship with you, I care about you, we're trying to make this work. It's you and me against the problem, not me and you versus the problem. I mean, not me versus you, you know. Like, I feel like you definitely were someone that was just very understanding of the relationship, and they weren't. They could never see your point of view when it came to anything. And I feel like they kind of resented you in a way even. I hope this resonates, pile number 4. So yeah, they felt like you were going to be better off without them. They felt like you didn't need as much time to move on as they did. But they think about that day a lot, very vividly. They remember everything they said to you, and they feel like you're definitely doing okay in life. They feel like you're doing great, basically. Like, they think, okay, like, you're great, you're doing fine, you don't care about me anymore, okay, fine. Like, it seems very like, okay, whatever, I don't give it, you know. It's like that energy where it's like, okay, fine. You know, jealous, selfish, paranoid energy even. Yeah, definitely paranoid energy. They felt very paranoid when they hurt you. Like, what's gonna happen next? What are you gonna do next? I think that they definitely might even still stalk you, definitely, pile number 4. I feel like they just wonder about you a lot. Like, they thought about you a lot. They might have even definitely stalked you even after they hurt you. They wanted to see what were you gonna say next, because it says speaking up. Here's the speaking up card. They wanted to know what were you gonna say. Maybe they always spoke over you. They never gave you the chance to speak either. But yeah, definitely comment down below, pile number 4, more about this person. Because they seem to basically be a closed book, you know. Like, they were like, nope, you're not about to find out how I feel. You know, Capricorn, Aquarius, like, such, like I said, dynamic duo, period. Like, 2 of Cups, you know, dynamic duo. You guys either love each other, you guys, let's not even go there. Let's just leave it, you guys love each other. Let's just leave it there. Let's leave it there. Very strong energy though. But yeah, they didn't want to let you see them like weak or cry, get emotional. But they felt very paranoid for some reason, you know. And it's weird. Why did they feel so paranoid? It's like, even if you look at the Emperor, like, look at how they look. Like, they're not even looking directly straight. Like, they're looking away. I mean, they all are looking away, but this person looks very paranoid. Even though they look so calm and collected, they look very paranoid behind the scenes. So they felt very paranoid. Like, maybe they felt like you were gonna say things about them after you hurt them, because especially if you guys had a huge argument, maybe they felt like you were gonna tell people that they had, like, if this is a male, like, you were gonna say, oh, they have a small dick or something. Okay, I'm sorry, that's not funny. Or like, maybe they just felt like you were gonna say something, like you were gonna tell you their secrets, basically. You know, maybe they felt like you were gonna betray them some way, like you were gonna just, like, yeah, tell you their secrets or something. And they were very, like, nervous about it as well. But yeah, that's what I got for pile number 4. Like, definitely please comment down below. This is very interesting. And yeah, let's get into pile number 5. Okay, pile number 5. Before I start with you, I'm just lighting up some sage. Just want to clear the energy for y'all. Get that fresh. Hey, pile number 5. So today's video is going to be on how did they feel when they hurt you. Let's just get straight into the video. Okay, so it says fast. Okay, your song is Love on the Brain by Rihanna. Okay, so are you a Pisces or are you a Sag? You're a Pisces or a Sag. There's no in between, fam, period. So, okay, we've got the Taurus and the Aries energy. So definitely a sign, fire sign. You could be a Taurus, they could be an Aries, vice versa. But yeah, so we have the King of Cups that came up, right, okay? We have the 3 of Pentacles, ooh, 8 of Cups, 7 of Cups in reverse. The clarifier card is the 9 of Wands upright. Oh my god, bro, this is such a Sagittarius thing to do. Like, this is such a Sagittarius energy, period. But let's take a look at your song. So this is your song if you guys want to read it. I'm going to read it as well, but just so you guys can also see. So it says, and you got me like, oh, what you want from me, and I tried to buy you pretty hard, but the price too high. You love when I fall apart, must be love on the brain. Wow. So pile number 5, how did they feel when they hurt you? So let me show you the cards also. So they could definitely be a Sagittarius. So it says fire sign Sagittarius, and it says you thought I cared, don't you? Bro, I feel like I'm spilling tea for some reason. Like, this is like tea. And then we've got the Taurus and Aries as well. And then yeah, these are the other cards. I don't usually show the cards actually, but King of Cups, Three of Pentacles, and then we got the Eight of Cups upright, Seven of Cups in reverse. Wow, it just feels like a lot of synchronicities. Pile number 5, and then the clarifier card is the Nine of Wands upright. So how did they feel when they hurt you? Okay, very, very, very interesting. I think that immediately they felt like they really cared. If you cared, basically, you know. And that's why I said it's either Pisces or Sagittarius, because a Pisces would care about you and then a Sagittarius won't. I'm kidding. I think that when they hurt you, they basically felt like they're very emotional, but at the same time they felt very unemotional. So definitely, you know, Gemini energy, where it's like a part of them felt like they were losing you and a part of them felt like they didn't really want to care. You know, not, I'm sorry that sounded really bad, but a part of them felt like they didn't really want to care. Like they didn't want to care. Even if they did care, they're like, I don't want to care, you know. It's kind of like when you have feelings for someone and then you're like, you know what, no, I don't want to like you anymore. I don't want to have feelings for you anymore. But it's like, it doesn't work like that, you know. You can choose not to date someone or to pursue someone, but that doesn't mean you won't feel something for them, you know. So yeah, they didn't want to feel anything for you. They didn't want to feel pain after they left you, basically. And I feel like that is such an Aries thing to do, you know. Oh, I'm sorry about that, my alarm. But I feel like, yeah, it's basically, if they hurt you, especially if they are a fire sign, they just didn't want to feel pain afterwards, you know. They didn't want to hurt afterwards. And that clearly shows why they're not a water sign, because a water sign would want to feel the pain. Because a water sign would say like, oh, well, like, you have to feel the pain because that means it's real. You know, and I feel like they were like, nah, like, I don't want to feel the pain. I don't want to feel any of this, you know. It's like Vampire Diaries, where like Elena turns her feelings off, basically. But yeah, with the King of Cups that came upright, this talks about basically being very sensitive. Honestly, I feel like Sagittarius people are so sensitive sometimes. Like they really, really, really are. They deflect a lot of the emotions a lot as well. Like they deflect, even like where it says, you thought I cared, don't you? They're very deflective, where it's like you can ask them a question, they'll answer it with a question. You know, they'll be sarcastic to you, they'll tell you anything but the truth. But they always demand people to be honest around them, and they are the most blunt and keep it real people that I know, period. And that's why they're such like an enigma also. But yeah, they felt very sensitive after they hurt you, basically, you know. They kind of felt like after they hurt you, they felt like people could hurt them too, you know. They felt like they were gonna get hurt again. So maybe they felt like they had to hurt you so that they didn't get hurt themselves, especially with the Nine of Wands, you know. That talks about basically a defensive mechanism. That talks about having your guard up and not wanting to be hurt again. That talks about, yeah, because if you look at the Nine of Wands, this person has all these wands, but they're still standing guard. You can see this person has like a concussion here. You can see they're tired, like they probably haven't slept, they haven't ate, they haven't done they aren't taking care of themselves, but they're still standing guard, basically. Like, it's defensive mechanism. So they felt like very defensive, very sensitive after they hurt you, basically. And they might have also felt like you were talking about them behind their back. Maybe they felt like you were getting comfort while they weren't, you know. Yeah, they felt like you were getting comforted by people and people were taking your side in the relationship. Maybe after they hurt you, everyone turned their back on them. You know, they felt like they were just basically left out in the cold. They felt like everyone was just on your side and no one was on their side. Like they were alone, you know. And even if they didn't care, they're saying like, it's still, they're like, you know, well, even if they, yeah, they're saying even if I didn't care, it's like, that still sucks, you know. They're saying like, why was everyone so quick to be on your side? Why couldn't they be on my side? Maybe I was right, you know. Maybe I do care, you know. It's like defensive where it's like, okay, well, do you? Then it's like, well, do you? It's like that defensive energy where it's like they're all answering a question with the question. Three of Pentacles. Because I get the energy where it's like something about persuasion's coming on. Because with the Three of Pentacles, you can see this person's trying to talk to these two people over here. Like this person's basically talking to them, trying to convince them to do something. So they kind of felt like you were convincing people to basically be on their side and not your side. Yeah, they felt very alone after they hurt you, basically, especially with the Eight of Cups. You can see this person is by themselves. They're walking away from something. They felt like they were walking away from you, and they felt like just like they were empty afterwards, basically. Yeah, and they felt like, yeah, they felt like you were getting people on your side and not on their side. They felt like you were ganging up on them. They felt like they were no match, basically, and they just felt like they had to just like walk away. Like they were saying, I can't do this anymore. But I feel like they were also really hurt, and they just became very defensive afterwards. Yeah, very, very defensive. They definitely surrounded themselves with friends. They spoke to people. And they just tried to forget about you, basically. As soon as it happened, they were like, you know what, screw it, let me just forget about this. Like, I'm not about to feel these emotions. Like, that's not about to happen. Me get sad? Nah. Like, you know the vibe where it's like, you probably had the right bitch but the wrong idea. You had the right answer but the wrong bitch. I'm sorry if I sound rude, guys. I love you, okay? But yeah, they felt very defensive. They felt like they didn't want to feel anything. Like they felt like they didn't want to hurt. They didn't want to get hurt. Because if they knew that they hurt you, that means they knew it was their turn soon, you know? Maybe they hurt you, but then you were gonna hurt them 10 times worse, you know? And that's what happens if you hurt a water sign, or like actually if you hurt a Taurus or a Virgo or an Aries. Like they'll hurt you 10 times as hard as like you hurt them, period. Like let me know. I feel like you guys have like a very, either like a funny story or like very intense. Like I definitely would love to hear about it. Sounds like a very intense, okay? But yeah, they felt like they were gonna get hurt. They felt like, yeah, it's kind of like, how could I say it now? I don't know why I'm laughing, I'm sorry, guys. But I get the vibe, it's like, it's something funny, maybe. If it's not, I'm very sorry. But, you know, sometimes when, like, you say the wrong thing, and then you're like, oh, shit, like, I shouldn't have said that. And then, but, like, not like that way. It's more like, when you say something and it comes out as, like, an insult, or it comes out way, like, more rude than you intended it to be, you know? It's kind of like if you're dating an Aries, if you're dating a Sagittarius, if you're dating a Gemini, they're trying to flirt with you, but they end up just like insulting you, basically, you know? Yeah, and they were like, oh shit, I messed up, like I shouldn't have said that, basically, you know? And then they felt like you were going to do something way worse to them. They felt like, yeah, they felt like they were like karma was going to get to them, basically. They felt like they were dealing with karma after they hurt you, or they knew that they were going to get karma. Maybe you did a spell on them. Maybe you were like, you know what, if you for hurting me, let me just do some magic on you, because I can definitely see you doing that. Yeah, period. They just felt like they wouldn't get hurt again. They felt like someone was going to hurt them afterwards. So yeah, they definitely had their guard up, and they tried to just remain like, oh, I don't care, you know, like whatever, it is what it is. That's how they felt afterwards, basically. Because it says, and what do you want from me? So they're saying like they felt like even though they walked away from you, something was going to happen, basically, you know? Something was going to happen from this. Like, even though they walked away, the story wasn't over. Yeah, definitely, the story was not over between you guys. Because it seems like none of you guys can stop talking about each other. Or people can't stop talking about you guys. You know, maybe they try to stop thinking about you, and then someone will bring up your name again. Or it just seems like maybe you guys can't escape each other, basically. Maybe you guys go to the same school, you guys live in the same neighborhood, but it's like you guys can't escape each other. Wherever you go, you're there, period. Love on the brain, bro. It's like, even if you try to stop thinking about them, they still pop up in your head. Or like, if you don't see them in person anymore, they show up in your dreams. It's like, you can't even freaking win with this. So yeah, that's how they felt. They felt like they were gonna get hurt like 10 times worse than you. So yeah, that's what I got, pile number 5. I really hope the video resonated, and let's get into pile number 6. Okay, pile number 6. So today's video is going to be on how did they feel when they hurt you. Let's just get straight into the video. So it says, feel your glow, okay? So your song is, what is your song? Dream Eater by A Work in Progress. Okay, wow. Okay, your partner could be very nice, okay? Or like, also, maybe it's your energy. Maybe you're just a very nice person. So we have the water sign Pisces. Ooh, okay, we got the no and pun. Okay, we have the death card that came in reverse. Interesting, okay? We have the Fool card that came upright. We have the Page of Wands upright, Knight of Cups, and then also the 7 of Swords that is going to be the clarifier card, okay? So let's first take a look at your song, and then we'll get into everything. So this is the lyrics. You guys can read it if you guys would like. So it says, making friends is a waste of time. I'd rather go burn my afternoon. Be gone. It may be easier to close my bedroom door. Dream eater, don't take it all away from me. I know I could cut it off. Whoa, this is such Piscean energy. Like, definitely your partner could be a Piscean or Pisces. You know, you might be like, I get the energy where it's like you might be so mad at them, but at the same time you still want to go to them, you know. It's like this person could have hurt you a lot in the past, but you still want them back, maybe. So yeah, definitely sending love and light to you. But so yeah, you could this person could definitely be a Pisces, or you could be a Pisces. So it says, let's just focus. It says, I needed you while wanting more. Okay, and then we got the no and pun card. So let me show you the other cards while I'm at it. So we got the Fool card upright, the Death card in reverse. Okay, we have the Page of Wands upright, Knight of Cups upright, and then also the Seven of Swords as the clarifier card. So how do they feel when they hurt you? So I think with the Death card that came in reverse, and also where it says making friends is a waste of time, I feel like after they hurt you, they basically felt like it's weird, but it's kind of like they felt like they wanted to apologize to you, but at the same time they kind of felt like maybe they meant what they said, you know. They're saying like they didn't intend to hurt you, but I feel like maybe like this person could have, like, you know, seen someone behind your back. Maybe they were unfaithful in the relationship. But the Knight of Cups, because I'm getting energy where it's like, okay, like I'm gonna explain what I'm busy seeing. Maybe that will help me explain this better. So I'm seeing someone that feels like they made a mistake and they hurt you, and they didn't mean to hurt you, but they feel like, yeah, they made a mistake and they didn't mean to hurt you. Basically, they made a mistake. They had a foolish moment. You know, the Fool card. They had a foolish moment. Like, I get the vibe where it's like they could have been unfaithful, but then again, I'm also getting the energy where it's like they were unfaithful, but now maybe I feel like they saw someone behind your back or something. But with the Knight of Cups, that talks about basically having a romantic offer and like offering your cup to someone else, because the Seven of Swords talks about, you know, unfaithfulness. That talks about also not being able to move on from someone. That talks about being very cynical towards love as well. That talks about being very closed off in love, basically. So I think that after they hurt you, they might have felt like they didn't want to get in a relationship again. You know, they felt like you were basically going to be their last relationship and they weren't going to be with anyone else. You know, they felt like it was a waste of time to try to be with someone else, especially if they were unfaithful. I feel like, you know, for some of you guys, maybe they ended up dating this person that they saw behind your back. But I think for some of you guys, they might have just been single afterwards. And you might be wondering, why did they even hurt me in the first place? It's like, oh, for what reason? You might be wondering, like, why did they hurt me? Not how did they feel, like, why did they hurt you? Like, I feel like that should be a separate video on why did they hurt you. But I feel like they did hurt you and they feel like they didn't mean it, you know, like they just feel like awful because they did it. Or they did something and they didn't mean it in the moment, you know, they got caught up in the moment, basically. And I feel like afterwards they just felt like they didn't want to be in a relationship anymore if it wasn't with you, basically, with the Knight of Cups. They didn't want to offer their cup to anyone, but I feel like they really did in the past, basically, you know. So they wanted to stay single afterwards. Yeah, they wanted to stay single. Yeah, they didn't want to be in another relationship. The Death card in reverse. They wanted to still be on good terms with you as well, definitely. They wanted to be your friend no matter what. I feel like they didn't want you like this to ruin the friendship, the relationship. They didn't want this to ruin the dynamic either. You know, maybe you guys were just like seeing each other casually, and then they might have said something to you and like alluded to the fact where it's like you're not the only one, or like they just might have said something to you that was like, wow, like you actual dick, like you suck. And they're basically saying that they didn't mean to hurt you like that, but they had to say it because they didn't want to lead you on, basically. You know, they're saying like they didn't want to lead you on. They didn't want you to think something about them or believe something about them that wasn't true, basically. Because I think they do care about you, but they had to hurt you because they feel like if they didn't, you would have like maybe just like, yeah, they just felt like if they didn't hurt you, because maybe they felt like they were being honest with you, you know. Even the Seven of Swords does talk about dishonesty and like not being loyal to someone. I get the energy where it's like, because it's the clarifier card, they're saying like they had to be honest with you because they were being dishonest, you know. They had to tell you the truth now because it was gonna come out anyway, basically, you know. Especially if you guys were seeing each other very casually, like maybe they just said like, oh, I'm not looking for a relationship, or like they could have just ended things abruptly or whatever. And I think it's because they cared about you, basically. And I know that sounds so cliche, but it's true. Like, it's because they cared about you, basically. They didn't want to they didn't want to lead you on. They didn't want to lead you on. I feel like they wanted to see other people, and I feel like it might have hurt your feelings, but they're saying that's how they felt, you know. And that doesn't mean that they don't care about you if they want to see other people. As long as they're honest with you and they're telling you from the beginning before you guys are dating, and they don't do it when you guys are in a committed relationship and you agree to it. But yeah, I just feel like they feel like their own feelings actually hurt you. Like, you know, they say that like they were being honest with you, they were like, you know, being truly honest, and they feel like it hurt your feelings. They're saying like, well, like I'm thinking about like a Capricorn and a Scorpio that I knew actually. And I remember my Capricorn friend would tell me, she would be like, every time she tried to talk to her partner, he would just make her feel awful for expressing her feelings. And then she would be like, why do I feel like shit for explaining how I feel, for expressing my feelings, you know? And, you know, it could be vice versa, but they could feel like they express their feelings to you and like you took it the wrong way, you know? They might be feeling like that or something. It could be vice versa though, but they feel like they were just being honest with you, and they feel like they got backlash from it, basically, you know. They're saying that they don't want things to end. They don't want this to, like, you know, be the deal breaker. They don't want this to be the reason why you guys don't see each other anymore. But they're saying they understand if like you can't be with them anymore because of this though. They're saying they were being honest with you even if they were being dishonest in the moment, if that makes sense. But yeah, I feel like they still wanted to be with you afterwards, you know. They didn't want this to be the deal breaker, basically. Yeah, they didn't want this to be the end all thing. I just feel like they weren't looking for something serious right now. But that doesn't mean that they don't want to, like, that still means like they still want to talk to you and see you and stuff like that. But like maybe not as in a relationship, more like maybe like a friendship even. Or they want to take things more slow. They want to go be more casual. They don't want to be in a serious relationship right now. They don't feel like committing to something right now. They're very busy with other things. And it might have come off like, oh, so you don't give a shit about me, you know? And they're saying like, no, I care about you, but like, I just can't commit right now. And I feel like they just might suck at articulating their feelings to you maybe sometimes. And yeah, like I said, you know, they could just be a very dishonest, disloyal person. And they realize that about themselves as well. And yeah, they felt backlash afterwards, you know. They definitely felt the backlash after they hurt you. But they're saying they understand if you don't want to be with them anymore. Or they understand if like, they understand how you felt. And they understand that you would be hurt by this as well. They understand that. They kind of feel like an outsider looking in as well, you know. It's like, even though especially if you guys did break up, you know, they could feel like, even though you guys broke up, for some reason they feel like they don't know how you feel. I mean, no one can know how you truly feel, but they kind of feel like, yeah, they don't even know how you feel right now. So maybe this person isn't even like aware of that they hurt you, you know. They could even be like, oh, yeah, I didn't hurt you, you know. They feel like they were just like, you know, going and they don't even think that they hurt you, you know. So it's saying like maybe you should tell them that they hurt you, you know. Like then you should find out like what they say to that. But they might not even like realize with the Fool card. They might not even realize. They might be even oblivious to the fact that they hurt you. Or oblivious to the fact where it's like if they say that it's going to hurt your feelings, you know. They just might be bad at like, you know, reading the room, being sensitive towards feelings, commitment issues. Yeah, definitely commitment issues. Whether it's jumping too fast in a relationship or like not wanting to get in one at all. But yeah, they didn't want this to be the end all be all. So yeah, that's what I got for pile number 6. I really hope the video resonated. Okay, so that was the video. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys all so much. Please make sure to also leave other video suggestions down below as well. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.